All right, all right, all right, all right. Welcome to Market Recap Live. I'm your host, Joseph Martin, and I have an awesome show for you guys tonight. And let me make sure I got this going because it did not do what it needed to do. There we go. All right. We are taking a look at ticker COST. You might know them better as Costco. Costco opened in a San Diego airplane hangar in 1976 as Price Club. Now they are the global leader in the membership-only warehouse club industry. Costco Wholesale Corporation's primary competitors are Walmart, Target, and BJ's Wholesale Club. Fun fact, you might be thinking, well, what about Sam's Club? Sam's Club is a subsidiary of Walmart. So Walmart is Sam's Club. So if you wanted to invest in Sam's Club, you would invest in Walmart. So that's why Walmart is listed and not Sam's Club. So today we are going to review Costco Wholesale Corporation's earnings and take a look at their website. We are streaming live on YouTube and Facebook. So let's get the chat going and tell us where you're tuning in from. Put a YT in the chat if you're tuning in from YouTube, and put an FB in the chat if you're tuning in from Facebook. That's a YT for YouTube and an FB for Facebook. We are building a community over here for people looking to become empowered and take control of their financial situation by learning how to unlock the wealth building power of the stock market. And we are streaming Monday through Friday following trading sessions at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The U.S. stock market regular trading hours are from 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And there's a link for the New York Stock Exchange calendar down in the description. All right, so let's get to it. We are going to pull up Costco's website. I don't know what happened, guys. Give me 1 second. Screen share. Here we go. All right. So we are going to go to Market Watch. That's not it. Analyze, put in Costco so we can get their website. It's right here. Bring that over and blow this up. And blow this up a little more. Boom, boom. F11. All right, here we go. So Costco Wholesale Corporation's ticker symbol COST, the $436 billion consumer staples retailer, reported its second quarter 2026 earnings yesterday, March 5th. Costco is listed in the consumer staples merchandise retail industry inside the consumer staple sector. They have a 52-week high of $1,067.08, a 52-week low of $844.06, and closed today at $982.57. Costco Wholesale Corporation earnings report beat on the top line and delivered a beat on the bottom line, while digital sales surged 22.6% as they modernized their product display pages. They reported revenue of $69.6 billion, which is higher than the market expectations of $69.25 billion. Their earnings were higher than the analyst and market expectations of $4.55 earnings per share when they reported a diluted EPS of $4.58. Costco Wholesale Corporation reported a GAAP net income of $2.04 billion, which is higher than the $1.79 billion net income they reported this same quarter last year. So for the second fiscal quarter of 2025, their net profit was nearly 14% lower than it is compared to now, a year later. Costco had a 52-week high of $1,067.08 on February 20th, 2026. And today, the stock reached a daily high of only $997.45. The stock is currently consolidating after its recent peak. This represents a percentage decline of 7.9% over a span of approximately 2 weeks. So if someone invested $1,000 at that high in February, they would have currently be, I'm sorry, oh, that was terrible, wasn't it? They would currently be seeing a loss of $79. Yesterday's earnings were released after the market closed at 4:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, followed by a 5 p.m. conference call. Costco also announced that their membership renewal rates remain exceptionally strong at 92.1% in the U.S. and Canada, despite recent fee increases. All right, so now let's look at a couple of things on Costco's website. And for your convenience, the companies that we are featuring tonight in the stream are down in the description, their websites. All right, so when we look over their website, we are going to be looking for information about the company, and then we're going to look at the investor information after we see how they're marketing their business to customers. And this section right here looks a lot like the Best Buy website we seen earlier this week when we did a review on Best Buy. There's no sure they selling furniture. What's this? Something about some dog. Frontline flea and tick. Okay. Appliances. Who I sure hate I ain't shaved. This hat is hot, but I'm trying to hide my Velcro head. I'm going to be sweating in a minute just to hide my head. This is a generator, a standby generator, a patio. They got all types of high quality outdoor stuff. $5,000. All right. So we get down to the bottom. Clothes. I mean, what don't they sell? That's what I'm seeing. All right. So when we get down to the bottom, right over here in the About Us section, we can see Get to Know Costco and Investor Relations. So first, let's go to Get to Know Costco. All right, so let's read a little bit about the company. About Us. Did you know Costco Wholesale is a multi-billion-dollar global retailer with warehouse club operations in 8 countries? We are the recognized leader in our field, dedicated to quality in every area of our business and respected for our outstanding business ethics. Despite our large size and explosive international expansion, we continue to provide a family atmosphere in which our employees thrive and succeed. We are proud to have been named by Washington CEO Magazine as one of the top 3 companies to work for in the state of Washington. What is Costco? Costco is a membership warehouse club dedicated to bringing our members the best possible prices on quality brand name merchandise. With hundreds of locations worldwide, Costco provides a wide selection of merchandise, plus the convenience of specialty departments and exclusive member services, all designed to make your shopping experience a pleasurable one. All right, so we can definitely learn a lot about this company because they wrote a lot of it in here, which we're not all going to read. So we can see why Costco. Let me see if that changes anything. Yeah. We take care of our employees. Costco's success depends on the well-being of employees within all areas of our business. Our operational practices, benefits, and paid time off policies acknowledge and reward employees for their continued contribution to our culture and success. We are committed to providing our employees with rewarding challenges and ample opportunities for personal and career growth. And you can apply right here on the website. I've learned so much from doing these live streams, just going on these websites and looking at these few little things. Like most of the time, we're only looking at things from a consumer standpoint because we trying to buy something, but it's a whole lot of information you can learn about a company on their website. And I'm seeing this more and more as we do these live streams. All right, so let's go to the investor relations. Let's go with company information. I want to see if this is going to be anything different. Nope. So this is just an extra page saying the same thing we just read. And then that long part about the history of Costco. I thought it was going to be something different, but it's basically the same information that's under Get to Know Costco. So let's go to investor relations. Now, this is another website that I actually realized their investor information is on a whole separate website. It's not just under their main website. They have a whole separate website for investing. This is like the second company I've seen that's done this. I think one of the cruise companies we looked at did that too. So we can see the stock price. They trade on the NASDAQ. The ticker is COST. And the price of the stock is $998.10. They went up $15.53 today, which was a 1.58% increase. Let's read the corporate overview. We operate membership warehouses and e-commerce websites based on the concept that offering our members low prices on a limited selection of nationally branded and private label products in a wide range of categories will produce high sales volumes and rapid inventory turnover. When combined with the operating efficiencies achieved by volume purchasing, efficient distribution, and reduced handling of merchandise in no frills, self-service warehouse facilities, these volumes and turnover enable us to operate profitably at significant lower gross margins. All right. So at the top right here, you can see where it says, matter of fact, let me see if they zoomed us out. Because if you're looking at a phone, it's probably going to be harder for you to see, which we'll discuss later. But let me zoom in. So right here, when we click stock quote, they give you way more information about the stock. So right here, we can see what today's open was. So they opened at $967 this morning at 9:30 a.m. They had a high of $1,002.50. They had an intraday low of $960.46, and the previous close was $982.57. The 52-week high and the 52-week low, which was discussed earlier. So right here, they give us a chart that we can look at, historical stock quote data. And this was something that I seen on their website that I haven't seen on another website yet, or I overlooked it. You can purchase their stock directly from their investor website, which is crazy. I didn't even know you could do this. So yeah, that's Costco. So let's move on. Let's go back to me. Any chat? No. All right, so let's take this off the screen. All right. So back to the community. I would appreciate it very much if you guys share the stream, hit the like button, subscribe, and if you wish to send a monetary gift to support the content, Cash App and PayPal links are down in the description and as well on the ticker I just put on the screen. Before we look at the charts, remember, professionals trade from a computer, not a mobile device. Mobile trading apps are limited. You lose critical detail and advanced platform features on a mobile screen. So be advised, trading from your phone is usually the least effective way for managing your assets. To see every detail, use a full trading platform and watch these streams on a computer or TV. Only use your phone as a last resort. All right, so let's look at the S&P 500 index and see what they did today, but we're going to be using the SPY. So let's go over here. Close these out. We're done with these for right now. And let's go to the charts. And this is the Costco chart, but we're going to go to the SPY. So this is the S&P 500 ETF trust. So you can't invest directly into an index. I can't stress that enough. You have to use something that tracks the performance. So this ETF gives investors an opportunity to participate in the index's performance, and that ticker is SPY. So let me pull up the data box. So I went to settings, go to floating, click apply. And now when we mouse over the candle for today, let me zoom in. So we mouse over the candle for today. The SPY opened at $678.70. They had a high of $688.62. They had a low of $669.66. And they closed today at $672.38 with a trading range of $18.96. And if we come down here, we can see the trade volume. So the trade volume was 478. We're going to round it off. 479 million shares of this ETF was traded today. And that's not, I'm looking at my, labels down here to see the percentile rank. So it was a little bit above average of trading volume. It was a little bit above average, barely. So that's how the S&P 500 performance was today. So now let's look at today's winners and losers. First, we're going to look at the loser because I don't like ending the night on a low note. We're going to end the night on a high note. So we're going to look at the winner second. We're not going to look at the winner first. All right. So let's go over here to our charts. And we should go here. All right. So we go over to Market Watch. When we go to Market Watch, we go to quotes. When we get to quotes, we need to pull up the S&P 500. So we go over here, S&P 500, and we change this to market recap. And then we click the percentage change right here. Let me link this first. So the biggest loser for today is ticker TER. Let me put me back on the screen. Ticker TER, Teradyne Incorporated is the name of the company. And they went down 10.65% today. The previous close was $305.58. And today they closed at $273.05. So let me pull up the calculator. So if someone invested $1,000 in that company yesterday and lost that 10.65%, they would have lost $106.50. If I add the $1,000 back to it, it will tell us how much you would have left from your $1,000 investment. So you would be left with $893.50 because of the $106.50 that you lost. So let's look deeper at this company. So we click on it and we go over to analyze. So the ticker symbol again is TER, Teradyne Incorporated, and they are in the information technology sector. So if we come down here, we can see their website. Let me take me off the screen so we can read a little bit about the company. So Teradyne Incorporated engages in the design, development, manufacture, and sale of automated test systems and robotics products in the United States, Asia Pacific, Europe, the Middle East, and Africa. The company operates through semiconductor tests, robotics, and other segments. The semiconductor test segment offers products and services for water level and device package testing and system level testing of semiconductor devices in automotive, industrial, communications, consumer, smartphones, cloud, computer, and electronic game and other applications. As there's a lot of electronics going on. That's what I get from that. All right, so let me put it back on the screen. They got a lot of electronics going on. We definitely know this is an electronic technology company for sure. So let's click on their website and go visit their website. Bring that over so we can see it. All right, let me zoom in a little bit. Where we at? Yeah, so we zoom in. That's good. And blow it up a little more. All right, there we go. So we're on the Teradyne website. We're going to scroll through it and see what we can find. So powering the pursuit of innovation. We excel in innovative test solutions and advanced robotics. Wow, look at that robot. Okay, electronics test. From life-saving healthcare and automotive safety to the consumer tech we use every day, the world relies on Teradyne to make sure critical electronics work every single time. Defense and aerospace, memory, production boards, semiconductor, silicone, photonics, storage, system level, wireless, and advanced robotics. We provide an AI-powered robotics platform, including individual work cells with cobots, moving between work cells or warehouses with AMRs, and hybrid mobile cobots for anything in between, autonomous mobile robots and collaborative robots. Together, we solve complex test and automation challenges. Man, this company is deep into the technology. Okay, so we're looking for About Us and Investors Relations. So let's go to About Us so we can learn some more about this company. You couldn't see it. Let me take me off the screen and take this off the screen as well. So right here, we're going to About Us. We're going right here. All right, so about Teradyne. From idea to final product, we test and automate it all. Teradyne tests and helps build the world's most innovative products. Our leading edge testers make sure that new products work right the first time, every time. And our robotics portfolio helps manufacturers to develop and deliver new products quickly, efficiently, and cost effectively. All right. So they have another tab for company. Teradyne connects and tests our values. Let's read that. So Teradyne is a company built on strong principles and personal responsibility. Our employees take ownership in upholding our values and maintaining the company's well-regarded reputation, honesty, integrity, and all that we do. Customers count on us, a company without doors. We act with integrity in all that we do for our customers, shareholders, our communities, and each other. Okay. And they got more stuff. You just keep scrolling, huh? All right. I'm curious to know what they have under company. That would be different from About Us. I thought I had seen something. So under company, you got About Us. I thought I saw something that said something a little different. Nah, let's just go to investor relations. I don't see what I had saw. Should have clicked on it when I seen it. So now we're in the investors relations section. We're looking for the stock information. So here it is right here. Company information. Teradyne trades on the NASDAQ exchange, ticker symbol TER, designs, develops, and manufactures automated test equipment and advanced robotic systems. Its test solutions for semiconductors and electronics products enable Teradyne's customers to consistently deliver on their quality standards. Its advanced robotics business includes collaborative robots and mobile robots that support manufacturing and warehouse operations for companies of all sizes. So the stock snapshot, we can see the stock price here, $273.05. The change, this was the 10.65% loss of $32.53 today. The volume of 5.9 million. Today's trading range, so this will be the low and this will be the high, and this is the 52-week trading range. That's a wide gap, guys. So you could have, this range, I don't know which one is sooner. So I'll explain what I mean. If the low came before the high, then there was an opportunity for this stock to increase in less than a year from $65.75 all the way up to $344.92 if this low came before the high within the last year. But if this high came before this low, then you would have lost if you had bought at this high and it dropped all the way down to $65.77, which we're not going to do the math on. But I just wanted to tell you that. So let's see if they go into any more deeper. Here it is. Okay, stock data. So if we click here on quote and chart, they have a chart that comes up. We can change it from 1 day. It was on 5 day, 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, et cetera, et cetera. And this is a line chart, so you can change the style. So we can change it to candlestick, which is extremely small and hard to see. But that's why I advise you guys, as far as learning about the different ways that you have choices to invest in companies and for you to be able to see these things. Because you can see that these tools are not created equal. If you compare this chart to this chart, give me a second. This is a huge difference. You see how much clearer and how much more information this is for you to be able to see on this chart compared to the one that they offer on their website? Look how tiny that is. So what tool you use matters a lot. All right, so that's their stock information, and we went over what we normally go over on their websites. So let's go ahead and look at the winner for today. Clear this out, minimize that, pull that up. Okay, so we go back to analyze, nope, market watch. Okay, so we click the percentage change and let's go ahead and find the winner of today. So the winner of today is ticker symbol CF. And it says CF, and it might be Industries Holdings, but we'll be able to see that when we click on it. So they had a percentage gain of 4.51% today. They had a previous close. So yesterday they closed at $110.78. Today they closed at $115.78. And that's what gave them the 4.51% gain today. So let's pull that calculator up. So if you invested $1,000, or if someone invested $1,000 and received that 0.0451% gain, they would have gained $45.10 off of their $1,000 investment in one day from yesterday's close to today, receiving that 4.51% gain. Okay, so let's click on that ticker symbol and go over to analyze. And now we can learn more about the company. So CF, ticker symbol CF, is CF Industries Holdings Incorporated, and they are in the materials sector. And here is their website. Let me take me off the screen so we'll be able to see the details about the company. So CF Industries Holdings Incorporated, together with its subsidiaries, engages in the production of ammonia in North America, Europe, and internationally. It operates through ammonia, granular, urea, UAN, AN, and other segments. The company offers ammonia products, nitrogen products, such as granular urea, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, urea ammonium nitrate solution, and ammonium nitrate, diesel exhaust fluid, urea liquor, and nitric acid products. It serves cooperatives, retailers, independent fertilizer distributors, traders, wholesalers, and industrial users. The company was founded in 1946 and is headquartered in Northbrook, Illinois. I want to pull me up on the screen so you can see how ridiculous I look, okay? I thought that I was going to have an easy time reading that because it wasn't that long. And I'll be doggone, it still gave me trouble. All right, so let's go to their website. So we click on CF Industries. We got their website. Let's pull it over and blow it up. All right. Zoom in a little bit because you might be looking from your phone. So I want to make it easier to read. All right. So our mission is to provide clean energy to feed and fuel the world sustainably. So we're just going to glance through the website, try to get an idea and a feel for what they do. Clean energy and decarbonization initiatives. Our decarbonization investments provide CF tangible benefits, long-term sustainability, a significant return profile, and a product offering to existing and new customers. Who we are. Our strategy is to leverage our unique capabilities to accelerate the world's transition to clean energy. So here what we do. CF Industries is a leading global manufacturer of hydrogen and nitrogen products for clean energy, fertilizer, emissions abatement, and other industrial applications. Safety. 0.31 incidents per 200,000 work hours as of December 31st, 2024. Wow, less than 1%. 2.5 million labor hours without an employee lost time injury at our distribution facilities. They're basically telling you they are a very safe company for their employees. 7 years without a recordable injury at our Courtright complex. That's a little slick one. What if they have more than one building and they just use that one as a highlight compared to the other ones? I don't know. I think that's kind of, I don't know. Just made me question it personally. Like it's more, I need more data. Okay. All right. Let's look up here. We're looking for about the company, who we are. So we can go to our strategy. Yeah, let's go to our strategy. At our core, CF Industries is a producer of ammonia. As the world's largest producer of ammonia, which has a chemical composition of NH3, CF Industries has a unique role to play in addressing some of the world's most critical needs: food to feed a growing population and clean fuel to power the world's future. So providing energy to crops, source of clean energy. And something else I have found out about businesses as far as like investing, like meat. So like, let's say beef, for example. We know beef come from cows. So they have farms where they have a whole bunch of cows, but I didn't know you needed a whole bunch of land for those cows because the cows got to eat too. So I was just thinking in the concept of, you know, we're eating the cow, but not thinking you had to have enough food for the cow to eat until you eat the cow. So these companies, meat takes up a whole lot of land. And I didn't know that until I was doing some research on it. So unique capabilities, transition, clean energy, committed goals, reduce scope. I'm not even about to do it. I don't even know what that means. So for example, some of this stuff that I don't know what it means, I would take the time to research that to get a deeper understanding so I actually know what it means. So just reading something and sounding it out and pronouncing it is not enough. You need to know what these words mean. You need to know exactly what they're saying. Otherwise, this in my book, this means I don't understand what I'm investing in if I don't know what it is. So let's go to the investors section and see what we can find out. Is this zoomed in? Let's see. Nope. So we zoom in a little bit and then blow this up. So CF, ticker symbol CF, trades on the New York Stock Exchange. Stock price was $115.78 at closing. And here's their percentage gain that we talked about earlier, and it went up $5. Pricing delayed by 20 minutes, last updated at 4 p.m. when the market closed. Investors, company profile, corporate overview. I think we read this already. So why invest? Clean energy transition unlocks growth, advantage production and distribution network, strong operational excellence, proven track record of shareholder return, latest news, latest presentation, latest events. All right, let's see if we can find a chart and some more stock info. So it's right here. So when we see stock info or something like that, you can see the stock chart. This might be on the same page. So we'll see. So here's the stock quote information. Today's price, the change, today's open, intraday high, the 52-week high, 52-week low, the intraday low, and the previous close. So how we moused over with that data box on the SPY earlier in the video, this would be the same data points that would pop up if we moused over the candle for CF today. And I'm going to show you that real quick. So if I close this out and I go back to the charts, let's go to charts, CF. So if we moused over the candle for today, is this the week? So this is a week chart. So we need to change this to a daily chart and take the data box off because it's not telling me. So here it is right here. So this is telling you what type of chart we're looking at. We're looking at a 10-year week chart. So that means that each one of these candles that I'm mousing over are weeks. They represent a whole week, a whole trading week. We want to see a day because that's the data that they're giving on their website. So let me zoom in. This is the candle we're looking at for today. So over here, let me pull up the data box again. So I go to settings, put the data box back up, click apply. Okay. Now when I mouse over it, it's going to give us today's date right there at the top of the box. So March 6, 2026, they opened at $112. They had a high of $120.49. They had a low of $111.88, and they closed today at $115.78 with a trading range of $8.61. So just to confirm this, I know that's a lot of numbers. So just pay attention to the fact that they say they closed at $115.78. $115.78. So when we go on their website, there it is right there, price $115.78. So you can go back and look through the video to confirm it. But those numbers that we read, they should show up in these different sections. And I want to explain this to you as we go over this, so it'll start to make more sense to you the more you watch these live streams. Again, here's a different chart that they have on their website versus the chart we just looked at. Mine just has different colors. These are different time frames. So remember, I was showing you the week and the day chart, and it was 10 year with week candles, and then 1 year with daily candles. This is 1 month. This is 3 months. So this represents days, I believe. And you can see the date pop up on it. I'm not sure if you can see this, but it says Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and these are the different time frames. So this is 6 months, 3 months, 1 month. I don't think you can change the style of that chart either. And here's the stock information that we looked at as well down here. And you can historically look up specific days. So with this tool right here, you would have to put in the date you wanted to look for. But if we go back to the chart I was showing you, I can just mouse over the day I want to look at, and the date will change in the box at the top. So I can do that quicker with this tool than I can on their website. And this is an investment calculator, which we had learned about a couple of nights ago. So you can put in what you would have invested, when you invested it, and when you took it out. And it will calculate how much money you would have made from that investment in that time frame. And I think that's a cool tool that these companies are putting on their website. So yeah, I believe this is just different parts of the same thing. Like this section is that whole list. I didn't see the dividend history. So that's a whole nother page. So do they pay dividend? Yeah, they pay dividends. So this company also pays dividends. Let me go back to the chart over here so we can see. So right here, this dollar sign right here, that's a dividend payment. So on February 13, 2026, they paid 50 cents a share dividend for owning this stock. If I zoom out, we can see more dividend payments. And I could tell by the time frames on this chart that this is 3 months apart. So they pay quarterly. This company pays dividends quarterly, and I can see that from the chart because it's not showing as dividends in every month. It's showing up every 3 months. So this one was in November and this one was in February. You can see it in the data box. All right, I think we went over a lot more than we usually do today, but we had a good show. So we got through it, and here we go. You already know. I hope that you learned something, and I hope that you earned something. Let me make sure this prompter working. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. If you haven't done so already, make sure you check out the whole life insurance link I have down in the description. This is for your benefit. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just trying to explain to you the wealth building power of having whole life insurance. So it's a very informative, educational, and entertaining video playlist, actually, and you should check that out. And make sure you tune in weekdays following a market trading session at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Take care and God bless.